Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 9 of Cups. What can I say? Happiness, fulfillment, emotional abundance, super abundance. Yeah, this is your new life. This is you living the life you desire. It's overflowing with joy and bliss. Something you've actually desired is aligning for you. Not hypothetically, not a dream, not a fantasy. Let it in, it's real. Okay? Don't deny yourself this. Let yourself feel this joy. This is you living the life you desire. Let's put this card into a little bit of context, and let's see what's going on here. You'll have to excuse my voice today. Getting a little bit of laryngitis, obviously. We have the Universe card. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. The Fool. Yeah, major energy shift. I feel like this is your new life. I really, really do. I feel like you're really turning a page here. Turning not even a new chapter, a whole new book. 10 of Cups, come on, 10 of Cups too. All right, now something's up here. 10 of Cups and the Emperor. 4 of Swords, very good. 9 of Wands, very good. A return of health and vitality, also here. And look at that, a 9 and a 9. You're living a strong, long, happy, fulfilled life. This is blessed news, especially when there's a 7 of Pentacles up there. Because you thought things weren't going to work out. You thought things weren't functioning properly. You thought that you had rolled the dice and it came up failure. Came up a 7. I don't know, my game of craps, you don't want to get a 7. You rolled the dice and you thought it didn't work. You thought things were failing. You thought things were falling apart. They're not. They're not. Things are aligning for you. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right here with our little Tibetan prayer wheel right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Now, let's look around the room. 1, 2, 3 majors. So, a cycle is ending. A chapter is concluding. A new chapter is beginning. A refresh, a reset, a major life shift, getting released from all the old burdens of life and growing into a boss. I feel like you are, you're taking a leadership kind of position. I don't know if this has anything to do with a job promotion or getting established in your career or in your life. For some of you, this could be an Aries person that might be entering your life. Okay, very, very soon. But I really feel that there's this extraordinary confidence. You know, your strength, your vitality, your health is returning. Your wealth is happening. You're feeling like life is good. Like this is the way life is supposed to feel. You know, the 9 is a function. It's a verb. All the odd numbers are verbs, right? Life is failing. This is like life is rewarding you. Life is feeling good. You're walking your spiral road, and it just feels like, well, it feels like you're leaping and laughing and loving, you know. It's really beautiful. So we've got our 1, 2, 3 majors. We've got some fire. We obviously have water, 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 a little bit of air, and then we've got our earth cards. Even the air energy is beautiful because it's showing that you're not going to be into the stress now. You know, the Four of Swords is saying, like, I'm in a stress-free zone right now. You're moving into a period of your life where you're just done with the BS. And life's just going to be good. It's going to flow. It's going to feel easy. Relationships are going to feel easy. You're setting boundaries. You know, you're protecting your energy. You have the magical circle of protection against bovine excrement, right? Against nonsense, against drama, against stress and entanglements of the wrong kind. Okay, you know, life is getting easier and more stress-free. Major shift here. Let's talk about the Nine of Cups. Because this is the way life is supposed to feel. This is the path when the path is working. Okay? This is happiness that you've earned. It's not an accident. It's not luck. But feeling this requires permission. You have to allow yourself to feel good. You have to believe that you are allowed to live a life that feels good. Let yourself feel good. This is the way life is supposed to be, you know. This is you living the life that you desire. You're not downplaying your joy for anybody else. When you feel this, you celebrate it. You fully let it in. Okay? There has to be gratitude here. Yeah. This is you're moving into a chapter of your life that feels more gentle, feels sweet, feels nourishing, it feels happy, it feels like it's enough. You know? It feels satisfying. And this is the real big win, right? This is the life that awaits you. And now, what we have also, of course, is our universe card. And this is a card of completion, of integration, a card of fulfillment, wholeness, okay? A new cycle. So something has ended in your life. Something's been completed. You finished your university courses. You got your degree. You finished that project. You finished that job. You're out of that phase. That season of life is over. I think it was a season of hardship. I think it was a season of maybe scarcity. It was a season of sacrifice. You know, now it's a season of reward. It's a season of joy. It's a season of love. Yeah. So the old cycle's over, and you made it through. You survived it. You accomplished it. You completed it. Okay, and now you can relax. Okay, so this is the old season of life, and I don't know if it's a particular. Maybe this is like your career now. You're moving into retirement. I feel like there's a major life shift. I mean, obviously we have the Omega and then the Alpha again. So we have the ending and a beginning. Literally, you know, the 0 card and the 21st key of the tarot, right? So it's the first major arcana card and the last major arcana card. And this is kind of the I Ching saying, like, look, the last hexagram of the I Ching is not the end. It just means the cycle starts over. Okay? So this is like you're on the spiral road. You're going up a level. You're going up a ring on that spiral road. So you're transcending something. This is a major milestone it's like you're really leveling up, okay? And this is like, you know, this is you kind of pausing for a moment to recognize the cycle that's over, to recognize what is being wrapped up, what's being completed for you. And maybe for some of you, this is just 2025, right? Wrapping up, coming to a close. I'm glad that year is over. Let's put that baby to bed, you know, let's get ready for the next one. But it could be a cycle of, you know, personal cycle for you. It could be It could be your first, second, or third Saturn return. Okay. It could be, you finished your college courses and you're moving on to what's next. You finished your internship. You finished your residency. You finished the I don't know, boot camp or something, right? And it's kind of like that. You maybe this is the culmination of your climb out of the hole of debt, right? Something like this. Maybe this is you finally completing a course of treatment or some sort of physical thing. Okay, you're done with that race or with that marathon. Yeah, that season is over. Now you can reap the rewards. It feels like such a big win. It feels like a major shift in your energy. And I feel like you need to honor this, celebrate this, because you did it. I feel like you probably had help, right? But you did it. And a new cycle will be beginning soon. Fool energy, right? Enjoy a little bit of breathing room in between. Stand in your wholeness, and say, yeah, like look back and say, I did that. Pat yourself on the back, Leo, okay? Pat yourself on the back. And real quick, I want to give a big shout out to all the channel members. I really appreciate all of the people that have been joining the channel, becoming channel members, getting those extended readings. Really, you are the spark of the channel, and I really appreciate that. And that is so supportive of this channel, and I'm without words in gratitude. Yeah. So under the surface, Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of like, this is you being given the, being given the ticket. It's like you got a golden ticket. You could do anything you want. So it's kind of like this is like something inside of you now that we're starting to consider, well, what's the next step I want to take? Kind of like we're ready for another opportunity. We're ready to grow a little bit more. Ready to take another step on the yellow brick road. We're ready to take another step on the spiral road. We're not rushing this, okay? We're not rushing this. It's kind of like this is the winner's circle. Just bask here as long as you want, But eventually you're going to say, okay, I'm ready to do something now. I've got a seed I need to plant somewhere. And this could be the next money-making opportunity for you. Could be like a new idea to work, or even the first step on a new health journey, okay, or something about the home. It could be all of these things. It could be that we're ready to begin the new chapter of life, and we're considering what that's going to look like, This is something else that you want to put some effort into. It's kind of like this is like, now what? Yeah. And I think it's a ticket. Spirit is giving you a golden ticket and saying you can go anywhere you want. It's like when the airlines lose your luggage and then they give you a ticket. They say, here's a free ticket. You can go fly anywhere you want on us, right? That's kind of what Spirit's giving you. And saying you just got through something crazy and intense and big and I think long. And now you kind of earned the ability to choose your next adventure. Yeah. And you're ready to sort of take that step in some new direction. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what it is. Spirit's ready to support that. So this is the start of something, okay? And so is the Ace of Cups that we see too. The Ace of Cups is the opening up of our heart and the readiness to kind of, the readiness to receive all the love and joy that the universe has for us. Yeah. For some of you, this may be the beginning of a really wonderful romantic relationship. And I know, I can hear your eyes rolling as I say those words. But this is an emotional beginning. This is your heart is opening. And basically what it means is like when you're going to take that next step and you're going to choose your next adventure, choose the adventure that your heart wants you to do. Because that's the real ticket that you've earned. It's not just, what do I have to do now? What's the next practical step? No, it's like, what do I really want to do? What do I want to start now? You know, listening to that heart. Approaching the next phase of the next season of your life with love, with an open heart, with compassion, with love. Ready for intimacy, ready for emotional closeness. Ready to make a connection or reconnect with something. Allow yourself to feel what's next. It doesn't just have to be the practical thing. It could be the thing that really like warms your heart. If you feel tears or you feel a warmth in your chest, that's when you know that that's the practical thing. We got to go from water to earth, meaning we have to go from our feelings to behavior. Let your heart guide you in your next step now. Okay? Be open to that heart energy, to that love. Be in touch with your feelings, because you'll kind of know like what you want to do now in life. Something's going to begin for you. The next season, you get to determine kind of like the flavor of it. Okay? And of course, we have the connection between the ace and the 9 giving us that 10. Yeah. Of course, when we can do that up here too if we want, I guess. But we've got to talk about the 7 of Pentacles, because I feel like the situation that you have been in, I think like you kind of were, you were close to just kind of like writing it off and saying, it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna get the glory of this. It's never gonna work. It's a card of failure. And because of its position, I feel like it's you expecting failure. Because maybe progress was very slow. And maybe it was a lot of labor and not a lot of rewards. It was an investment that you thought, wow, maybe it's not going to pay off. But you didn't quit. I feel like you kept going back to it. You kept getting thrown down on the mat, but you kept getting up again. You never gave up. You had patience. You rested. You refined your approach. Maybe sometimes you took a step back, right? But you kept attacking it. Okay. And I don't know what this was. Maybe this was a health thing. Maybe it was a financial thing. This is you digging yourself out of that hole of debt. Climbing out of debt. Okay. Climbing out of a deficit, basically, right? So this could be energetically, it could be financially, it could be health. Just trying to climb out of the hole and get back to level ground. Yeah. And now that it's worked, okay, because of your strength, because of your commitment to this, you got out of the hole, you're back on level ground. And now it feels like freedom. Now it feels like whew, I can go anywhere and do anything I want now. So, well, yeah, if you overcame this with that universe card, because the universe card is also this Saturnine energy. The 7 of Pentacles is very Saturn. And so it feels like you were kind of like, you were being squeezed, you were being restricted. You know, there was something binding you. Now it's unbound. You know, now the fool is free. So I don't know what this was, but it was something that you kind of felt was choking your development. It was squeezing you. Too many restrictions, you know, constraint. Now those constraints are gone. The fool is absolutely free. No chains on the fool. So something maybe financially, you know, when you're in debt, it feels like your debts are just like anchors, right? If this was health or something, it feels like your health issues. And I kind of feel like there's something like chronic happening, yeah. Or something anyways long-term for some of you, anyway. It felt like it was preventing you from doing the things you want to do. I can't get up and run around when you're dealing with this thing and you're sick or you're tired or you're drained, you know. And so it felt restrictive. Yeah. Something was not letting you do all the things that you wanted to do in life. But I feel like that energy is completed. You've succeeded. Okay. And we're moving into this Fool energy, which is not bound by anything anymore. It's a new chapter. It's a fresh start. A new journey. A new cycle beginning. Something fresh. Ready to raise the sails, you know. So you may need to explore, test, sample some things. Okay. Try things, try new things before you judge them. There's no, you're moving into something free with no baggage. You're moving into this next chapter of life that we don't know what it's going to be yet. It's an ace and an ace. Basically, we don't know what it is yet, right? But see, that's the point. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you're moving into the next season of your life free of the old baggage, free of the old anchors, the old weights, the old constraints. You're no longer shackled to that. Okay. So it's like you're moving into this next phase of life with no debt, or that illness is behind you, or that injury is behind you. It could be a mechanical injury, maybe. That old relationship is behind you. Whatever it is, you know, it's done. It's not weighing you down anymore. So this is like moving forward now. No big commitments. Short actions, little samples, little test runs of things. No big commitments. Be curious, right? And allow your heart to be like a compass and just see what feels right. Start moving when you feel it, and you'll gain clarity about what your future will hold for you. This is awesome. This is that fresh start, new beginning. And of course, your general energy is the Ten of Cups, that fullness and that satiety. Okay. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. These readings are totally free. Leave a comment. Let me know which card on the path of the dove resonates with you the most. I want to quickly do an oracle of manifestation for you. The beacon of truth. Pause and tune into your inner guidance before taking action. I choose what is right. The next season of life, you're going to choose what feels right. Type that in the comments. I choose what feels right. Okay. Your Ten of Cups here is emotional harmony. Connection, love, family. Okay. Your emotional world is finding balance here. Relationships are going to feel easier. Love wants to flow. Okay. This is you being present with the people that feel safe and they feel fulfilling and they feel like home to you. This is you letting life feel simple and peaceful just for a moment, right? Until we begin the next thing. This again is like pause for a beat. The old thing just ended. Just feel good. Just allow yourself a moment to feel that and to acknowledge that. Pat yourself on the back. Celebrate yourself. You don't have to rush into the next thing. Linger here. Let life just be what it is, just for a moment. Let it be simple. Let it be peaceful before you start the next business or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Protect this peace right now. This is you, like, I think, knowing what emotional fulfillment actually means to you. To me, the Ten of Cups is like that vision of our best life, how we want it to feel, not the like the physical, visible vision of it, not how I want my life to look, but how I want my life to feel. It's like I know that now. I know what I want my life to feel like, and I'm going to protect that at all costs. Okay. Right now, savor the emotional safety that you feel. It's real, and it's earned, and it's stable. Okay. So feel this energy now before we set off on the next quest. Yeah, whatever is coming next for you, there is this Emperor energy that needs to be activated. Of course, this is a leadership kind of thing. This is you being the boss. This is you taking control and choosing the direction. This is about boundaries, though. This is about structure and discipline and leadership. Okay. So when the time is right, I feel like you're sort of stepping back into the driver's seat, and you're creating structure. And this is the fortified ego. This is the pilot of the ship. This is that part of us that has the hands on the wheel, steering the car, you know. But not the captain. The captain is spirit, you know. We're taking orders from our heart or from spirit or from whatever you want to call it. But this is you feeling like you're in control of your life. You're setting boundaries, okay? You are operating and in control of the systems of your life. You're taking care of your responsibilities, okay? And you're respecting yourself. And you're treating yourself kindly. You're being very disciplined. You're taking life seriously, okay? But you're building more stability in your life now. And so this, you know, maybe, I don't know, I could see this as like, we're getting out of debt. We're feeling free. We're going to celebrate the moment. We're going to really we're going to have a good time. We're going to pat ourselves on the back. We're making a party a little bit. But then we've got to make sure that going forward in life, we have structure. We're setting off on a new adventure. This is kind of like, you know, we've just gotten clear of all of this all the problems. Okay, we want to make sure we don't go back into any problems. You know what I'm saying? So whether this is physical health or mechanical injury or an illness, or if it is like debt or finances or something like this, we've just gotten clear of something. We have to make sure with the Emperor, we have to make sure that we don't get back into that quagmire. Okay, so we're devoted to our stability now. And the Four of Swords is part of that stability. It's mental stability. It's just like you're following your heart. You're going to listen to your heart, and your heart's going to tell you the truth. And then the mind has to facilitate that. The mind has to protect that inner peace. The mind has to stay fortified as well. Yeah. This is the card that, this is the meditation card. This is like, this is the card of not allowing, this is the card of stress management. Okay? This is rest, recovery, quiet. This is a mental reset. This is like protecting myself against that. So I feel like whatever's going on in your life, stress management is very important for you. Stepping back from conflict. Okay? Taking a break from all that noise. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by anything. And so right now and moving forward in life, I think that I think stress is really a problem. I think you've got to find ways to not engage in those overly stressful things. Now, a little bit of stress is okay. Right? A little bit of stress is okay. But too much is bad for us. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, creatively, too much stress is no good. And because this card is in the position of your fear, worry, and concern, it kind of is, well, it's concerning me that that you need to learn some stress management tools. Okay? You've got to be able to step back from the conflicts of life and take a break from stressful situations. You got to know to, protect your mental well-being. Yeah. And of course, you know, this card is you understanding how to kind of rest, not only your mind, but rest your body too. Yeah. The feeling like not everything needs to be figured out right away. It's kind of like, I'm okay with not having all the answers. This really, to me, this feels like we're kind of shifting into, you know, like, remember that movie Office Space? Remember at the end? This is that mindset at the end of Office Space. Anyway, not the beginning of Office Space, at the end of Office Space. We don't start here, but we end here, where the little things just don't bother us anymore. I'm learning to not sweat the small stuff because it's not worth my agitation, you know. And I think that when we're too stressed out mentally, we feel it physically. I know when I get stressed out, my stomach hurts, I get the acid reflux, I get achy, it's no good. I get headaches. It's no good. This is kind of like, I'm just kind of like being a little bit zen in my life. I'm just letting most of the stuff go so I don't get worked up. I don't want to get agitated, you know. So I think it's really like picking our battles and knowing how to manage our own stress levels. A little bit of stress is good. You're still out here doing challenging things, you know. But we're not going to be allowing unnecessary stress into our lives. And I think that's a blessing. That right there, this card alone is going to make us so much happier in life. By just not sweating the small stuff. Not letting every little thing get us so worked up. Okay? Just kind of letting as much stuff flow as we can. Trying to ignore as much as we can. It's Jupiter in Libra, that card. Okay? So it's kind of like we're forgiving, we're giving people the benefit of the doubt, we're being very tolerant. It's like we're kind of like raising our threshold of stress. So it's just like 99% of the stuff, I'm not even going to care about it at all. Up to a certain point, and then it's like, okay, now I'll take care of business. But I think that really shows an inner strength. This is resilience. This is stamina and strength coming back to you. So I feel like maybe there was a mechanical injury or even an illness or something like that some of you have been dealing with. Or just really that feeling like you've been through the ringer. This last season of your life kicked your butt. Okay? But now you've sort of bounced back. Now you're feeling strong and powerful again. You know, the fatigue, I think, is leaving, and we're feeling rested, and we're feeling ready to go. Like I'm ready for an adventure now. Okay? And so I think that what we're trying to do now is conserve, preserve, and protect your vital energy, your health. Mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. Protect it. Okay, let's look at the mystery card. Again, I apologize for my voice. I'm dealing with the laryngitis. And some days is good, some days is not good. But anyway, what do we think this is going to be? Well, maybe we could see some good Pentacles cards. I think a 9 of Pentacles would be pretty sweet right now. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. Well, it's a 4 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Well, the 4 of Cups is kind of like our 4 of Swords. It is rest. Okay. It is luxury. It is saying that we have been stressed out both mentally and emotionally, and now we're going to refuse to get upset about stuff. We're finding ways to just, to feel good, to protect our mental, emotional energy, our heart-mind. Protecting our heart-mind. Because it's just not worth getting stressed out about all the bovine excrement. It's just not worth it. It's kind of like life is too short. After everything that I've just been through, I'm not going to give a crud about any of that nonsense anymore. So this is like, again, stepping away from those things that agitate you mentally or emotionally. I don't care about all the bad news on the feed, I don't care about everybody's, drama and gossip and problems and all this stuff. I'm just going to focus on what feels important to me and what's going to strengthen my life and my health and my relationships and the goals and, I don't know, whatever. You're going to focus on what's important. You're not going to let all the chaos of the world get to you. So I think that whatever this last season was for you really provided you with a mental and emotional reset. And I think your life is going to be much different from here on out. Now you're going to be living a life that feels good. And this doesn't mean that you're just chasing pleasure. It's just, you know what? I'm just going to have ice cream anytime I want now. Oh, maybe a little bit of that, but I feel like it's more than that. I feel like it's you committing to doing things that fulfill you emotionally and spiritually, and minimizing your exposure to those things that cause unnecessary turbulence or stress. You're not chasing pleasure and running from pain, okay? But you are living intentionally. You're living with strength now. The nines, right? The nines are how you're living. You're living strong and you're living happy. What's the alternative? Nine of Swords. You're living miserable. Nine of Swords would be I'm doom scrolling. Everywhere I look, I find something that just angers me or upsets me. No, now, everywhere you look, you're finding stuff that just makes you want to smile and laugh and love and give hugs, It'll really shift. It's almost like there's an enlightening happening in your life. And maybe that's it. Maybe we're so happy to be done with this old cycle that I'm just saying, you know what, from here on out, my life's going to be different. I'm going to start living the life that I want. I'm so thankful to get out of that last season, and things are different now. Yeah. This is the big win. It is your new life. This is good. I want you to claim this reading. Now, we're going to do an extended reading as well. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Leo, Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we are all in this together.